Presentation Hero Academy presents Choose Your Color Palette, lesson number 11 of the Presentation Design module. In this lesson, we have to learn a little bit of color theory, just the basics in order to start using color more appropriately. But first, we have to let the slides go white, because otherwise we're not going to look at the colors with the right background. Sometimes we can let our topic decide our color palette. So let's say that we have a talk about money, and maybe we can use the color green. Sometimes we can choose it based on our audience. So if we were presenting at a certain cola company, we could turn our slides red. But to understand which color to use, we have to know this conventional display of colors that is called the color wheel, plus these other 4 colors that complement it. Now, colors have meaning, and these meanings are associated with how we perceive the colors in the West and Western culture, and they vary a lot. They are not unequivocal. Now, these meanings are, for instance, that red stands for love and energy, and yellow stands for hunger and happiness, and this is why McDonald's uses red and yellow. Or that orange stands for wealth, so this is why ING Direct, a bank, and EasyJet, a low-cost airline, both use that kind of color. The colors that are on the right, they're also as important, because if we think about the use of the color white in technology right now, or for instance also in technology about the color gray, that is neutral, practical, these are really important. Or if you think about the combination of black and white and gray that is very, very much used at the moment, you can see that those are perfect complements to the more emotional aspect of the colors in the color wheel. Now you should ask, how do you mix colors? Well, thank you for the question. There's 2 basic ways to mix colors. The first one is to look for the neighboring colors, and the neighboring colors, like for instance, if we look here at the orange together with the yellow, they blend very nicely. So if you want to create a palette where the colors go well together, you can use that. But sometimes you need contrast. Like for instance, when you want something to stand out, or let's say that you are creating a web page and you want to create a button, if that page is light blue, your color should better be red. And so you travel all the way across the color wheel and you find the opposites. White, black, and gray go well with all the colors on the color wheel. We can look at them right now. But be aware that there are a few exceptions, because sometimes you don't get the right contrast. So that's the rule, but there's already some exceptions. Now, if you're intimidated by the use of different colors, I have a trick for you. Just pick one color that you like and start reducing the tint progressively, and you will obtain similar colors that go perfectly well together. But you know what's another trick is that you don't need to invent your own color palette, because somebody has done it for you already. Introducing colorlovers.com. Go to Color Lovers and you can search millions of palettes by keyword, or even better, browse all-time favorites. And you can browse palettes that have been commented on, favorited, and vetted by thousands of people. And so these are palettes that are proven to be liked by your audience. What I want to tell you to conclude is that yes, you need to know the basics of color theory, but the most important thing is you just start to have fun with color and start to get playful with it, because it can drive a lot of meaning as long as you feel more comfortable with it. So to summarize, don't be afraid of color, just learn the basics and learn how to play with it.